Hello everyone, welcome to News 18. I am Titash Chaudhary in conversation with Mr. AR Rahman. Hello sir.
How are you?
I'm fine. First things first, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, better now? Sir, we have to talk about your tour, Wonderment Tour. We're really looking forward to it. I read somewhere that this is going to be your first stadium show in 8 years.
I don't remember. Maybe in India, yes.
Yeah. So why do you think this is the right time, to do a tour like this?
I actually had designed my tour in the US. And so when this thing came in, I thought it'd be a good premiere. Like, you can do that in Mumbai and then do the other stuff.
Yeah. So start with
Mumbai.
Yeah.
And because India, constantly I get from every metro, why don't you come here? Why don't you come here? And then it also coincided with the Waves conference. And
Yeah.
so everything came together.
Absolutely. Since you mentioned the Waves conference, it's associated with that, of course. And, it's great to see the kind of importance that we're giving to, the cultural prowess, the soft power. And this really comes at the right time. What do you have to say about
Absolutely. I think it's destiny. It's divine intervention, I say.
that? This is built to be, an immersive experience, for everybody who's going to come and watch you live. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How different is this going to be?
The music, if you take, people come in because they like a certain song or certain arrangement or, a certain singer of the soundtracks which I've created. And my question is, like, why should I go to this concert? And the why question becomes how to make it. So every song goes through the wonderment lens and see what I can do wonderful in this one. And most of the songs, I would say. And so that's what triggered the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because ultimately we need to celebrate the blessings we have.
Absolutely.
Than what we don't have.
Yeah.
And for me, I think the biggest blessing is the love of, the people who come to see my concert, hear my concert. And I want to celebrate that. So that's the wonderment.
Yeah. And for how long have you been trying to put this together?
This for the past 6 to 8 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I was trying to get an anchor for the whole, the energy of this concert. And then finally we got this in 3-4 months back.
Right. So after Mumbai, you plan to take it around the country and the world
After
perhaps?
Mumbai, yes.
That's the plan.
Yeah, there's a tour in the US, of course, later.
Great. I'm very curious. I don't know if you can answer me, but I've heard that there's some special acts also that's going to be a part of it.
Yes.
Who are performing?
We can't tell now. It's too early.
Okay.
And the whole idea is to celebrate the music, which everybody grew up with.
Yeah.
Because once I finish, it doesn't belong to me anymore. It belongs to everyone, and everybody's part of it's a soundtrack for their lives. So, and then when they say it, it's fascinating to hear the stories of love and loss and hope and separation and enlightenment and everything. So, yeah.
Okay, that sounds really interesting and exciting. But speaking of concerts, sir, I think the last couple of years, India sort of has become like a hotbed, for so many international artists. I mean, look at the number of people really rushing to watch those concerts live. What do you think has changed?
India is a young nation, and the thing is, you can't fool the audiences anymore. They have the right to listen to anything. And the streaming platforms and everything, it doesn't see any who's popular or who's bigger. The bigger is only the song is bigger,
right?
Not the artist. The song becomes close to them. It could be an artist who's got like 1,000 followers, but the song decides. It's about consistency. In my life, I think I'm lucky to be a soundtrack composer where I do songs and score, and my energy is, if it's 1x. There is the energy of the director who puts the vision, and then there's a lyricist and the singer. So many pieces come together. That's one of the reasons why I could do so many albums.
Right.
I don't stuck for any ideas, because when you go to another movie, it demands some kind of something else. So I become something else in that one. The song becomes like, it has a different DNA. And when you come to a concert like this, you have a collage of all these things come together. So it's a very unpredictable concert.
Yeah.
It doesn't have one style. But the songs. So only that drives this concert. The familiarity and how the songs have influenced people, that drives this concert.
Yeah. So because, you have also taken your music globally, right? So I'm sure you are able to look at it from that lens too. When we have so many international artists coming and performing in India, why do you think India has suddenly become this booming market for the West?
What happens is the people look at numbers, people look at progress, people look at consistency of stability of a nation. And I think we have the youngest audience. We have a little stability. We have good leadership. We have something which drives, and that brings power. That brings respect. That brings hope for people to come and say, "Oh, let's go to this country." And I think that's important. Where a country is not violent or unpredictability or stability is not there, you can never do all this stuff. So it's important to keep a country like that, stable, peaceful, loving, so that we get more of this.
Absolutely. Right. Interestingly, this is also, I think, your 30 years in Hindi film music.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think it was what, 1995?
I started when I was 2.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about a Hindi film music, that way. When we pull down your, when we write your name on Google, that's the thing that comes to our mind. I mean, of course, you have been making music way before that. How do you look back, though, at the last 30 years, your journey in the Hindi film scene?
Blessed. I feel so blessed because I got to work with some of the amazing writers, Majru Saab and Bakshi Saab, and of course Javed Akhtar and Gulzar Saab and Mehboob and now Prasen Joshi and the younger lords also like Ishad Kamal and Amitabh Bhattacharya. And the variety of people, when I work with them, the music changes, the song changes, and some of the amazing singers out, some of the directors. So for me, coming from a place, I don't even speak the language. So now I've learned to understand Hindi or, even some of the Urdu stuff. My love for it is there, but my fluency in spoken Hindi or Urdu is not correct.
Okay.
But when I hear a song, I relate to the meaning. That's one of the reasons I'm surviving this 30 years.
How have you managed to keep yourself so grounded? Because I think that's very important if you want to make music, I remember long back in an interview, you said that, with most people, of course, there were financial troubles. You've seen that. You've seen the highest of the highs. How do you manage to stay so grounded?
Because you're always insecure about what next. You're always insecure, like, will I be able to do a tune? Will I be able to play an instrument? Will I be able to sing?
Right.
And these things are, you never know how your health is, how many breaths you have left. And so it's no use jumping. You just be blessed and you just give love, take love, and enjoy the fact that people want to listen to you or, want your music. And every decade or every year, there's a surprise. And then, going into, like last year I did Punjabi, music with Chamkila. This year was Marathi with Chava. And it's all a discovery. And I love discovering newer traditions and because I respect all traditions.
You use the word insecure. Are you saying at this stage in your career, Mr. A.R. Rahman can be insecure?
Insecurity is like, what I meant is, we need to recognize and be grateful about the blessings we have. And this tour is about that. I said, about wonderment. Because can you go and listen to a S.P. Balasubramanian concert now? You can't. Can you go for a Lata Mangeshkar concert? You can't. So for the audience, it's a blessing to have an artist. And for me, it's a blessing to have the audience.
Yeah.
So I look at that way. And like I would have wanted to see a Michael Jackson concert now.
Yeah.
Can I watch it? No. So that's where wonderment.
How do you react to, let's say, criticism to your music?
I love criticism.
You do read what's written online?
I do read, and I just filter out the hate. And I take the good things. And I measure myself as a human. I measure as, like, what else can I do? Within my reach, if I have something, I grab that criticism. And I try to dodge it. But I know that if they're half-baked knowledge about what I'm doing and they say something, I ignore that. Yeah. But if they really study what I'm doing, and they suggest that if I do this, it'll be great, I pick it up.
Yeah.
And it's great to have that.
Right.
The most of the survivors only survive because they take some of the criticism and improve the stuff.
Right.
So some of them come out of hatred, some of them come from genuine love.
You said that, of course, now you cannot attend a Michael Jackson concert, obviously, but you have spoken very fondly of another international artist, a new age artist, which is Taylor Swift. She's spoken very fondly of you. She said actually that she wants to watch you live someday.
Really?
Yes. I mean,
she can come for the concert now.
She can. But it's nice to see this mutual admiration club that's there. Has there ever been a conversation to perhaps collaborate?
No, I've never met her.
Okay.
And what I admire is like women who have independent thought and who are put to test, trial by fire, and then they come out of it gracefully. I think that's nice. It's in the worst situations, how we behave is what defines us human beings.
Right. Very true. Since we're speaking about concerts, which was the last concert you attended? Do you attend a lot of concerts?
My God. Oh, actually, Ed Sheeran's concert.
Oh, the
which
recent
I performed
one.
in Chennai, yeah. So I was watching from behind the stage.
Yeah, the recent one. Very lastly, sir, I just want to end with this. You had once said that you don't have too many friends in the industry. And you said that, I'm pretty much, I enjoy my solitude. Is that by choice? Do you think it's necessary to not be surrounded by yes men all the time?
No. Friends are not supposed to say yes at all. Friends are supposed to dig at you. And no, I did have friends. But then the thing is, like, I'm always behind. And, like work, if I have a lot of time, I make my work even more intense. I go deeper into it. So it's not that I put a stop mark to, okay, this song is 8 hours I worked, I'm going to stop. I won't be doing that. So my thing is like more time, better work, better satisfaction.
Yeah.
So it's not that I should do less work to have more friends. It's a kind of nasha where you go into the work and you feel like, I want to do better, I can do better, let me see what else is there. Then you want to tick mark all the stuff. Let's go to a new zone. And by then life, 32 years have gone by.
Gone by, and how?
And then I do love my friends. And even now when they heard the thing that I'm in the hospital or something, everybody reacted. They send me messages, singers and directors. And so that's very kind of them to say, I acknowledge all of this stuff.
Right.
Thank you guys.
How sweet of them. Is there an equation, however, you share with, let's say, a Mani Ratnam sir or an Imtiaz Ali sir beyond work, since we're talking about friendship?
She has no time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, within your prayers, you include all your friends.
Yeah.
All your family, all the people working with. That's the only way I could celebrate my friendship. But sometimes, like I have a friend from Finland, who's one of the composers. And when I was working in Hollywood, like both of us would go. He will be my plus one to go to Spielberg party.
Wow.
So, and then there's another gentleman called Bernard Hiller, who's acting coach.
Okay.
And he's also an inspirational character. So he used to come with me, and then he used to take me out to really odd parties. So, and just they know my life. So they're like, hey, you should direct. Yeah, you should do this. You should do Le Masque. And these are the kind of, and you feel like, why are these guys pushing me? Maybe there's something really there. Yeah. In India, there's no time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's so many things. If I'm free, I'm always trying to form like another new project, new idea.
You are in your own world, basically.
Yeah.
But well, on that note, sir, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to the Wonderment tour. The name in itself is so interesting. I'm looking forward to be, just wonder about what's going to unfold on the stage.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited.
Me too.